What else you got for us, George?
Do you want to talk about Vitor Belfort inducted into the
Oh,
Hall of Fame?
absolutely. That was I put out a thing, saying, "Hey, congratulations to Vitor Belfort." And the first thing I get back is a bunch of people. Yeah, he was a steroid user. So, stop, dude. If you have to be that much of a hater, look, he went through the whole TRT thing. At the time, it was legal. Then when they didn't say it was legal, he wasn't on it. What are you gonna say? He was on it when he could do it. Okay.
John, he was on it when he fought Randy Couture the first time.
Oh no. Time out. He was on stuff long before that. Okay. But it was legal. There was nothing against it. So, I can tell you stories with Vitor. I've gone through all kinds of things with Vitor. But back then it was legal. He did it. He never did it where he was hiding it. Never.
So that makes it okay.
Yeah, if it's not illegal, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
I guess. I'm not I'm a huge Vitor Belfort fan in terms of I love watching him fight. I'm just not fully on board. I think with the Hall of Fame. It's my personal preference, man. I was never a big guy. I was never. I had to work extremely hard for everything. Not that he didn't work hard. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm simply saying I wasn't extremely athletic. I did the best I could with what I had. I had to develop some athleticism to try and keep up with these guys, and it just to see this guy had it all. He was extremely athletic without the shit. Yeah. And you pump it into him and fucking he became a monster, and I don't know. I'm on the fence.
See, but it worked both ways though. It worked both ways. I look at it that way because,
What do you mean it worked both ways?
It worked both ways in that if you watched Vitor when he was first coming up, the speed and everything was there. But then he started taking stuff, and it was about the the very first Randy Couture fight with him.
Yeah.
So somewhere UFC 15 or so, 14, 15, right in there. It wasn't 14, 15, I'll say. And he had no gas tank because of it. No gas tank. He was strong, but he had no gas tank. And so it wrecked him. Mm-hmm. And then he went and had other fights, that he did. And, the whole pride thing, he didn't do great. And a lot of it was because he took stuff and he didn't have any kind of gas. Then he got off of it and then he came back and then they did the TRT and he went back with that, but that worked for him off of it. And it's like, I look at, you can take a look at the UFC's Hall of Fame. Okay. And there's some fighters in there that you look at and you go, how are you in there?
Yeah. Are you, but they're talking about fights though. They put their fights in there.
No. There's fighters that are in there not for their fights. And you look and you go, you hardly have a winning record. No, not doing it. I can't. I'm not gonna blast someone. I'm not gonna blast someone. It's just because it's just my opinion. But you can sit there and have fighters that don't have great records or anything and didn't do half of what he did and compete against half of what he competed against, but they're there. So absolutely he belongs in there. That's the way I look
at it. Yeah, I'm on the fence still. You didn't change shit. Look, like I said, he was one of my favorite fighters. He's actually one of the guys because his fight with Vanderlei Silva the first time, that's what got me kind of addicted to watching the sport. Was the way he blitzed him and his fast hands, and I'm like, man, this dude's he's built like a Greek god. I was like, gosh, and man, I was just like, dude, this is awesome. And then obviously watching him fight throughout his career and this and that, and then fight on the same card as him and all the other things too. I'm like, man, I was thoroughly impressed. But then as I started fighting more and realizing that he's on shit, it kind of just like, hey man, I think for the rest of the athletes, and this was all during the Barry Bonds shit and Jose Canseco, Sammy Sosa stuff, so going through all that, and then hey, it's illegal over there, but it's not illegal here, or it is illegal here, but people are not getting caught, and that they're using. It's so it just kind of taints it. I think it always taints it for me. Whether it's Anderson Silva, whether it's John Jones, whether it's
So is John Jones going to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, but John, I know, I understand what you're saying.
But does he belong in the Hall of Fame, Josh?
If you're a cheater, I don't think you do.
Does he belong in the Hall of Fame for his fighting? Yes.
No, but you're shaping the argument. Like you can't. Here's the thing, though. If you've tested positive, like then so we should. So okay, I should just put in everybody then, and just put an asterisk next to his name.
No, it's not. There's no asterisk.
There should be.
No, there shouldn't.
Why?
He already paid. He already paid his punishment.
There should be an asterisk next to every cheater. There should be.
Okay, but this is you can sit there and say, well, okay, so someone does something that you don't like. Okay, I understand it, and I don't blame you for not liking it. But did he get penalized for it? Yeah, he did.
What does that have to do with?
So now you want to penalize him again for the same thing? When actually he's the best fighter that's ever done it.
They'll always wonder. We'll always wonder how good he was because of this stuff. Just be honest, his brother tested positive too in the NFL.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, so then obviously they know each other.
So it's a family affair.
It's just one of those things, John. I can't get it out of my head. Like there needs to be more emphasis on like, hey, this guy was a cheater when he was fighting. Doesn't matter how good he was. You got to stop giving credence to like, oh, he was a great fighter. Yeah, super athletic. And I said this before. I put something out because he's like, oh, AKA fighters, they fucking all hate me. No, we don't hate you. John Jones, I don't think anybody I know at AKA fucking hates you. We hate the fact that you felt the need to cheat when I don't think you ever needed to do it. You are so gifted and athletic that you wasted your God-given talent by having that put on you. You did it to yourself. That's what's frustrating, to see people like him who didn't need to cheat, that were born with gifts that he has. That's what's frustrating. Like, and you've got people like John Fitch and myself trying to fucking grind it out, and trying to do the best we can with these fucked up bodies. Right? Like I think it just drove me crazy, man. Like Anderson Silva, same thing. Guy was so gifted, man. So gifted. But obviously tested positive too. Like it just
so he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame then.
Like if you put him in there should be an asterisk. Well, I have a question. Like Barry Bonds is in the Hall of Fame and he hasn't even tested positive. Because everyone knew.
Baseball's in there. Hold on. Baseball's in their own little thing, okay?
Yeah, and MMA needs to kind of join on the bandwagon of the baseball thing.
Shit.
Fucking
baseball used to know exactly what was going on and they let it go on.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden it was, oh, we need to do something about this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like there should be an asterisk next to everyone's name that they tested hot. If you didn't test hot, then whatever. It bothers me that we are willing to look past it because, oh, he's so gifted. That's what's the most frustrating thing to me. He was so gifted. He had God-given gifts, his length, his reach, his ability, his athleticism, all those things. And he's also got a very mean streak in him, and he's got a good work ethic, as you can tell. You don't get to be that good without a good work ethic, even if you're that talented, even if you're that gifted. But he cheated. Bottom line is he cheated.
Okay.
And John, let's be honest, he should have 2 losses, not 1. The Anthony Smith one should be a loss. Anthony was just a fucking man and just bucked up.
Okay. No, it should not be.
You guys keep sticking up for him. He cheated. He broke the rules.
How am I sticking up for him? I'm not sticking up for him.
No, because you said
I'm sticking up for Anthony Smith being a man and doing things right.
You're right, but you said the same thing about the Matt Hamill thing. About no, that shouldn't be a loss. No, it should be. He cheated. It should be a loss. He cheated.
No.
He threw the elbow straight down.
He did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Then how? What happened? How do you lose from a 12-6 elbow?
Someone called that.
Well, that's the rules, right, John?
Doesn't mean that it was actually a 12-6 elbow. Just
Then
because
what did
someone.
they do?
No.
The ref was wrong.
Yo, you're gonna talk about a referee that had problems and was actually
The ref
taken
was-
off of being able to referee. So
The ref was wrong. We just continue to keep making excuses for
he
John.
was wrong about everything with that fight.
It was.
Let's be honest.
The knee to the head of Anthony. Anthony could have been champion, I know he didn't want to take it that way. I give him a lot of credit for that.
So do I.
Absolute animal for that. Bottom line is, John should have another loss. Look, I know I've gone off on this, and I'm going to get a ton of hate for this in the comments, but I don't know. It does frustrate me that there is no asterisk next to anyone that got busted cheating that's in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
What else you got for us there?
There's a whole lot of people in that Hall of Fame that have been caught cheating. That
I know they all should have asterisks next to them. I'm not trying to
including Dan Cormier.
Did he test positive?
No, but he cheated.
How'd he cheat?
Hell, he cheated on a weigh-in. Put his hands on a towel to cheat the weight because he couldn't make it.
That's not proof.
It's not proof.
No, John, you can't.
This is my point. Oh, see, one cheating is okay, but the other cheating is
you
not.
can prove that there was damage done. There was proof.
There's proof.
There's
no.
picograms.
There was proof.
Picograms, John.
There was proof that he grabbed the towel and pushed down on the towel, though.
But you don't know how much weight it.
It's a video. You want to go back and watch it?
But you don't know how much weight it took off. There's no way to prove
matter.
it. There's no way to prove it.
Took off enough, didn't it?
It wasn't a rule, was it? You couldn't push down the towel. Was that a rule? Did they make that rule yet? The 12-6 elbow was a rule.
Hey, your bias is continuing.
No, it's not, John. No, it's not.
That's okay.